Very good evening, friends. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multinational headquartered group having offices in India, Singapore, and Hong Kong, and we are not invested by any venture capitalist or unicorn, right? It's a 100% cash-rich group having multiple subsidiaries and more importantly multiple platforms, and we do not have a single dollar or cent of funding from any venture capitalist, and hopefully we would continue to be. So guys, we all understand that how the scene is happening in India. Now the scene is that there are many unicorns that are coming up in the public space, and these unicorns are trying to find out how they can invest in India, basically like Paytm, who is already in a final stages to invest for initial public offer of about 12,000 crores as far as the Google articles are concerned. There are many messages which I personally received wherein people claim to have the access to the share price of the unicorns. I'm not quoting the name. There are articles who are confirming Byju's, Delhivery. In fact, few days ago, I was reading an article whereby the author said that since Delhivery is going for IPO, Delhivery is basically a logistic firm. So what Delhivery is like, example, you open Amazon.com and you buy anything, whatever, pen, pencil, rubber, sharpener, whatever you wanted to buy. Prime customer or non-prime customer depends. One today the particular package will come to your home. That package is actually delivered by the logistic companies, and one of them is the Delhivery. And how profitable is the Delhivery, you can check yourself on the Google. But you are not allowed to speak on the profitability. That's very important thing, because you are allowed to speak on the valuation. As we speak, Delhivery is having a valuation of about $4 billion. Forget profitability. Why talking about profitability? Similarly, we have most successful unicorn of India. Thankfully, it is not most successful unicorn of universe, which is Byju's. These unicorns are looking for initial public offer, and as usual the paid media argument is that once they would be listed then they would be profitable. The company who not touched profit since inception would be profitable after IPO. This is what the Hindi media is saying, and I'm sure that many retail investors would be investing heavily because Hindi media is saying that. That's for sure. Keeping this in mind, we got a news on 17th June 2021 that Abu Dhabi State Holding Company, which is ADQ, invested in the India online tutoring firm, which is Byju's. Recently, Byju's raised around $350 million, and the total valuation of Byju's is around 16.5 billion. You know the formula of valuation. Post money valuation is equals to pre-money valuation plus the funding. Go to hell the profit, go to hell the free cash flow to the firm. If Mr. Steve Jobs be alive today, he would have committed suicide because Mr. Steve Jobs must be thinking, since inception, my motto is to make Apple, of course, a brilliant company with exceptional products like iPhone, iTunes, iPads, iMac Airbook, Lisa, and whatnot. And more importantly, I make wonderful products and always keep Apple a profitable company. But these unicorns, without having P of the profit, are valued more than what Apple should be valued. Thankfully, Mr. Steve Jobs is not alive, because elsewise he would be highly frustrated person to think what kind of game is going on in the system. So Byju's is valued $16.5 billion. That's really very good. And guys, you would be very difficult to, and it's difficult to digest this. I got an article in the business line, and this article is written by Sangeeta Chain Gappa, and this is on 15th April 2021. Let's read the article. If Byju's has raised over 2 billion since its inception, with so many investors from the globe going after Byju's, it is natural for them to chase growth and capture market share rather chasing profitability. Clap. If Byju's has raised 2 billion since its inception and with so many investors across the globe going after Byju's, it is natural for them to chase growth and capture market share rather than profitability. Otherwise, how else they would be return the money to the investors? This line speaks what is going in the system. Read this. The lady given an example. A VC who made an investment in the EdTech startups pointed out that rupees 15,000 to 20,000 per year in subscription. Byju's price is high and unaffordable for the students, while FOMO, fear of missing out, is what has got the parents to sign up in drones during the pandemic as some injection if the product doesn't deliver as much quality it should be. It should for that price, the word of mouth will spread and so on and so forth. Guys, do you understand? What is going in the system? What is going in the system is very clear and apparent, which is that you form a company. You know that the product which you are offering in the market is costing 10 rupees. The actual cost after 2 rupees of profit, which means that the cost is 8 rupees, profit is 2 rupees. You deliberately sell this product at 6 rupees, which is at the loss of 4 rupees. What happened? People will definitely come. Common sense. Example, if today Apple say the iPhone 12, I'm just taking a hypothetical example, the iPhone 12, which is costing $1,000, just a hypothetical example, will available to the users in $400, I'm sure that Apple will not be in a situation to meet the demand because everybody would be buying Apple. $1,000 phone is available at $400. But Apple himself aware that even with the best and best supply chains in the world, they will not be able to be profitable. Now what happened? The venture capitalist and of course the regulators are always with them, and the media is always with them. They come and they create a hype about that company. Like you open any business TV of India, you will get to know that every passing day, these startups names like Byju's, Paytm, Uber, Ola, Swiggy, Zomato, Lenskart, Myntra, they come and give their lectures. 99% of the people, those who listen to their lectures, they do not know what exactly they are talking. They do not know the background. They do not know the valuation. I myself attended one of the conferences in India, which is by CNBC Young Turks, in which I think it was Sachin Bansal. Then he used to be in Flipkart, and the hype CNBC was trying to give to Sachin Bansal is quite apparent. I raised many objections, but you know how Hindi media works. There is a set agenda and you work with the agenda. Now the point is that now they are moving one step higher. So till now they would be doing valuation game. Now what they are doing, they are coming in the IPO market, and I'm sure that the regulator allow them for IPO. You know how. What happens after the IPO? The retail investors come. Of course, during IPO, the media will give super hype to these IPOs. Retail investors come, and then understand what is going to get happen. History is witness that many startups across the globe, those who claim to be unicorn, where exactly they ended up. Few examples like Oyo, WeWork, Uber, just check how much profitable they are. And the father of all, which is SoftBank, how much profitable is the SoftBank? SoftBank is also running valuation game. So the point is very clear that today we are living in a time when profitability doesn't matter. Our product, which is offered at 10 rupees, is actually available in the market. Our product, which should be offered at 10 rupees, is actually available in the market at 6 rupees. Eventually they get the customers, venture capitalists invest, media is with them, regulators is with them. At the end, they launch the IPO. Rest we understand. By the way, I have just seen the ad of Tata Classes also. I think Tata is also entering into this business. And Tata is definitely not a cash-rich firm, but their few companies are cashed. So let's see how this shapes up. But to be very honest, I'm sure that in another 1 to 2 years of time in the Indian equity market, you will see hell lot of IPOs from these unicorns, and you will see all the hype. We will continue to track all of unicorns. But don't talk about profitability. Don't talk about profitability. Talk about valuation. That is very important. It is the valuation that matters. Profitability doesn't matter. Have a great time ahead. You know my personal number, which is +91 9899242978. By the way, before I go, what is the name of the CEO, Mr. Ravindran? Dear CEO of Byju's, Ravindran, if you can prove me the valuation 16.5 billion, and of course with losses, I'm ready to have a bet with you. You know my number, Ravindran, +91 9899242978. Have a great time. Talk soon.